try again. Good morning, world.
I take some of our customers for 4 hours to 26 pallets.
I tried to make a start this morning when I left, and as usual, the battery was flat. So, let's sort this out.
Get ready to lose it.
Well, that seems to have killed that. Don't know what's happened there. Yes, so for one day only, I'm covering for my friend on Norman's because he took part in Beccles Carnival yesterday, so we want the day off because I presume he went on the pop. And so I was asked to cover, so I got my usual work covered. So I'm having a day out going to Minworth, which isn't the most exciting destination in the world, but I'm looking forward to it because I haven't been there up and down the A14 for crikey, I don't know how long, certainly not in the truck. So very much looking forward to a nice little jolly out. Going to Welford Cafe for a bit of breakfast. Probably the highlight of it. But I thought I'd also try and coincide it with the announcement that my second book is now available for pre-order. So I should write a little subtitle bit here, hopefully, if I'm listening when I'm editing. But if you'd like to buy a copy, which I very much hope you would, it's A History of Kepstow Freight Limited, Trucking Through the Iron Curtain. And Kepstow Freight were the pioneers, really, of all the Russian routes from the UK, in my humble opinion. They were sort of the number one at it to start with, and sort of going forwards, really, they were really well equipped, and so on and so forth. So yeah, they, Russia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, all these weird and wonderful places, they were off there in the night. Well, they started in the 80s, to be fair, but at the time, because it's still Soviet Union, that was only Russia. But you can read much more about it, and there's a lot of driver stories. There's over 100 photos, I think most of which haven't been seen before because they've not been online anywhere. It comes out at the very end of October, so it's not that far away now, which is nice because it seemed forever when they told me that date. So it is in time for Christmas, and yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that C word this early in the year. But yeah, it's ideal for a present, or just to buy and read yourself. So the new publisher I'm working with are called Pen and Sword, from Yorkshire, I believe. That's Pen and Sword. But like I say, I'll put a little description thingy in, and in the bio, I suppose it's called, something like that. So yeah, if you would like to pre-order a copy, I'd be eternally grateful, because help and support projects like this mean that more can be undertaken, and because it's a new publisher and they're trying to get into the world of transport, or truck related transport books, because they cover railways, buses, and lot of military stuff, maritime and whatnot, but they don't really have road transport in trucks, so it's an area they want to break into. I've got a lot of projects in the pipeline, so if this can be successful, that will give them the confidence to go with some more of my projects, which would be lovely, ongoing. So please help support your local author, as they would say, and please do not use Amazon to do so, because they're the reason why it's such a problem now trying to get anything published. Well done. So I don't think you can get it at Amazon at the moment anyway, because it's on pre-order. So yeah, go direct to the publisher. So yeah, so just loaded Norwich, 13 pallets all ready to go. So, case of getting the getting the pallets on and getting the as on as quick as I get the curtains open, really, which is good. So, and the roadworks on the A11 are all finished, which means I can hopefully sort of get straight down there without too much of a problem, and hopefully I've got a nice run up the A14. So I'll turn this off for now and see how it's looking. I just thought I'd do a touch more
the GBR loft
because there's a couple of hot air balloons in the air, which is nice. Don't know if it's actually coming out or not. So they've probably got two little tiny dots on the screen that you can't see. Apparently there was a balloon fest around Northampton yesterday, so whether they're stragglers from that or not, I don't know. But it's free. I've always quite fancied a little jolly out in a hot air balloon. I think that'd be pretty cool. But it's very sort of weather dependent, isn't it? You know, it can only go if conditions are perfect and you've got a chase vehicle and all that sort of thing. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll treat myself. But yeah, I think it'd be great just to sort of glide across up the top there. You know, no sound, just having a little look. I think that'd be lovely.
That plane on the grill thing still.
I'm not sure why the sound didn't come out when I recorded this video originally, but as you can see, here are two of the 3 hot air balloons, looking resplendent, I have to say. Oh, that's me well and truly stuffed. Blimey. Oh, look at that. That's an old Emmy Airs of Norfolk DAF. One of them colours. I was actually bought breakfast very kindly. I'm sure I've mentioned the Midland CV app before. And one of my friends who was in the group was went to Welford, but he beat me there and he said he'd buy me breakfast, so we paid for it, left it there. Well, not left it there, left it for me to cash in as such when I got there. And yeah, so thank you T-Dog, very much appreciated. So yeah, I'm definitely set up for the day. I won't need to eat again today, I wouldn't have thought. Squeeze through there, old breaker. Yeah, loads of room. So, trundle off now to Minworth. I'm still going to be an hour before my booking, which I don't think they'll have a problem with. There's only one way to find out. And if I have to sit for an hour somewhere before I go in, I have to sit for an hour before I go in. It's not the end of the world, is it? Ugh. Yeah, so far so good today. I'm gonna have a food coma now. I have to stop and have a snooze.
How was the omelette then, Matt?
Oh, there we are, speak of the devil. It was absolutely fantastic. Thank you very, very much.
Tastes a lot better when they're free, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do. Cool, yeah, I'm royally stuffed now. Lovely job. So yeah, I'm going to sign this off for now and see how we get on at Midworth. Speed tips, an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, I was in there half an hour early. I think the chap was on break, so and yeah, about 45 minutes to tip it. So that'll do. I was sat there after me grub thinking, God, I could do with shutting my eyes for 5 minutes. So I just sort of kicked the seat back and closed my eyes, and then 20 minutes later woke up. So oh, that's a little bit better. Take the edge off, just the job. So with that tip, that's back to Horham. It's got a drop and swap for Tom for tomorrow, and then head back to the yard. So nice little day, most enjoyable. Pardon me. So back to the skip truck tomorrow. Got 2 skips to do tomorrow, so one out of Herringswell and then one out of Snetterton. So fairly leisurely day tomorrow, which is nice. Oh, and if you are of the persuasion of purchasing magazines as well, the next edition of Heritage Commercials comes out on Thursday, I think, which is the 23rd. Yeah, I think the same day as Truck and Driver, funnily enough. And in that, I have an article on an old Suffolk company called Lists of Debenham, who could trace their roots back to the mid-1800s. Back in the day, they had buses and trucks, stretching back an awful long way. Lovely green livery, and yeah, they eventually got bought out by Bomford. No, they didn't. They got bought out by Bartram's. Not Bomford's, Rock B. So I spoke to a chap who used to run their warehouse in Ipswich when there used to be an airport in Ipswich, and it actually, the warehouse burnt down, had a huge fire, and it was full of fertiliser and poison and whatnot, because one of their biggest contracts was Fison's fertiliser, sorry, and so yeah, there's quite a story there and some lovely old truck photos. So yeah, if you'd like to purchase a copy, you can read all about them there. And I believe that the latest Truck and Driver magazine as well will have the next edition of the Vintage Vault series that I've been working on, which has been really enjoyable. So that should be out Thursday as well. So a couple of little articles coming up, as well as the book. So it's pretty busy sort of couple of months. Well, that's a reminder that I must turn the lane departure warning system off. Get used to all these things again. But yeah, I enjoy doing that Europa at Minworth. It's nice and easy, nice and quiet. Lovely little day. So I'll turn this off because it's just going to be back down onto the motorway now, and see how we get on in a bit. Well, I'm just heading back for the first time in quite a long time really, through Eye, because last year, it might have been the year before, can't remember exactly, but they put a weight limit through Eye, which I understand, because it is a massive pain in the backside getting the truck through Eye. So obviously all the residents have been complaining for ages, because if trucks meet inside, as I'm sure I've filmed through here before, and I'm now about to film again, it is a real pain. So they put a weight limit through here, which is fine if you're a local resident, not so fine if you're a truck driver and you need to get to Horham or anywhere else around the local area. So naturally, every single truck that can't go through Eye then had to go via alternative routes. So like the small village of Hoxton, the small town of Stradbroke, and various others were just chaos and caused so many complaints apparently that they have actually lifted the weight limit in Eye apparently. So I did come through fairly recently in my van and the signs were still up, but I have been told, not by Norman who I'm working for, but by somebody else, that although the signs are still there, the weight limit has been lifted. So we'll soon find out. And there on the left at Eye Poultry, you probably can't see it, on the left is like a hexagonal building I think it is, and that used to be the train station. So there's a weight limit to the left which has always been there, and this turning here, this is exactly why. And now I've got vehicles coming up behind me. This is exactly why they put a weight limit in. That's probably why that chap was taking pictures. But that perfectly demonstrates why, at the end of the day, and yeah, it is a pain, but they're gonna, that's very kind. Just where I want to go, yeah. Jolly kind. Well, I thought I'd round off yesterday's change with a little bit today. I don't think I've filmed this particular one, but once every 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, something like that, there's a skip at Snetterton that needs changing. So I've done my usual one at Herringswell, done that first, and I'm just now going across to old Snetters to swap them over, go and tip the back of the yard, and then my day is complete. So what I tend to do is come up to Attleborough and across Attleborough onto the A11. That's the quickest way really. It's a bit wiggly and windy, and annoyingly the route I'd take to Herringswell this morning, the road was closed. But didn't know that until I got sort of to the point of no return as such, which was really annoying because that cost me at least half an hour. Because where there's an alternative route that's got a low bridge on it that I won't get under, so I had to go back to Bury St Edmunds and then go up to Icklingham and across to Barton Mills and the A11 that way. And it just cost me loads of time, which was very frustrating because in theory I should have been able to do that job, back tip, and then come and do this one and get that all round trip to the 4.5 hours, but I had no chance today, unfortunately. Never mind, so had a 45-minute break. Get them across. So I had my break and trundled on. So it's not the end of the world, but it's closed for 3 days, I believe. So I wouldn't have thought we'd go back tomorrow because it's not usually every day. So the day after. So I think it's shut yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I might not risk it on Thursday. Just to be on the safe side, I think I might just go the other way. See how I feel. So brave, I'm feeling. Yeah, this is going to drop me onto the A11. Just drop down here to Snetterton. Change a skip over. Right, well, one other term of business. So just going back through Attleborough now, as you've seen, I've changed the skip over. So it's just going back through the one-way system. This should be out before the bank holiday weekend. This Sunday, once again, it's the East Coast Truckers Children's Convoy. It's probably a bit late now to be putting this out on YouTube, but we shall be there. If you'd like to come and wave us along, I shall be in the, not the Norman's truck I've been driving yesterday, but one of theirs. They've very kindly lent me a truck again, so I'll be there if you'd like to come and show your support for a very good cause. It'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, I perhaps should have got a bit more organised, but yeah, I've just spoken to the lady whose child I'm taking, and as I was saying to her, you know, the older you get, the quicker it just seems to go. I mean, all of a sudden we're at the end of August. I'm just thinking, it seems like yesterday I was having to remember to put 2024 and not 23 on paperwork. It's just, oh, just scary really. But it's a fact of life, I guess. So yeah, off to Munich next week in the pet van, which I'm sure I've mentioned already. So I'll try and put something together with that. I'm going to park this one here because all I've got to do is go back and tip. I might film tipping it. I'll see if I can find a half decent angle, and if not, then I won't. It's quite simple, isn't it? So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as usual, as such, and hopefully see you on Sunday waving the convoy along. It's a shame I can't really do a video of it, but just can't. It's just not feasible, unfortunately. So yes. Anyway, I'm rambling. Have fun. Drive safe. Be safe. Talk to you soon. That is why I have PPE. LCD, all done. Lovely bit of dust. Right, time to go home.